Hi, hello viewers, it's Min IAS Academy and today we are going to see about economy planning. In economy planning, let us discuss about the 5-year plan and the plans that are given by our forefathers relating to our economies. First, let us start with 1934 Planned Economy of India. 1934 Planned Economy of India is given by V.K.R.V. Rao. V.K.R.V. Rao was the one who written this Planned Economy of India and it is published by Visvesvaraya. Visvesvaraya is called as the father of engineering. He is the one who published this Planned Economy of India, but it is written by V.K.R.V. Rao. Then we have another plan called as Nehru Congress Plan. It is published in 1938. 1938 Nehru Congress Plan thought of taking the Indian economy in a socialist pattern. It recommended socialist pattern. So we have already discussed what is socialist pattern as well as capitalist pattern. So capitalist pattern is a form. Capitalist economy is a form in which most of the things will be lying in private hands, whereas in socialist economy most of the things will be lying in the public hands, which means that in socialist economy only public will exist. Say all the things will be run by the government only and nothing will be run by private in case of this socialist economy. So in 1938 Nehru Congress Plan, they had a thought of taking Indian economy in the case of in the form of socialist economy. These are the things which are discussed before independence. Before independence we didn't know whether to take our economy in capitalist form or socialist form. So we had a thought, we had a confusion to whether take in a socialist or capitalist form. So there are many suggestions by our forefathers. So that is what we are discussing. In 1944 it is Bombay Plan. Bombay Plan is given by the industrialist people. So major industrialist people will meet and they will think of taking our economy in a capitalist form. So industrialist people are the privates, right? So privates will definitely support the capitalist economy only. So they will think of taking our economy in capitalist form. And in 1944 Gandhian Plan. So Gandhian Plan is made by Narayana Agarwal. So Narayana Agarwal made this Gandhian Plan, and this Gandhian Plan had a thought of taking Indian economy in a village-based economy. So Gandhi always had this idea. So taking our economy in a village-based economy is Gandhian's idea. So in 1944 Gandhian Plan, which is made by Narayana Agarwal, had an idea of taking our economy as a village-based economy. And in 1945 People Plan is by M.N. Roy. So this People Plan is a type of socialism only. It also in favor of socialism. And then we have Sarvodaya Plan. So Sarvodaya Plan is in 1950. So Sarvodaya Plan is in 1950. This is by Jayaprakash Narayanan. Jayaprakash Narayanan is a close friend of Subhash Chandra Bose. So Jayaprakash Narayanan, and he had a thought of taking Indian economy like a Gandhian idea only. His idea is also something which is relating to Gandhian idea. So these are the ideas which we had. Before independence itself, we had an idea about whether to take in a capitalist or socialist form, but later we chose mixed economy. In mixed economy, both private as well as public can coexist. We have both private sector as well as public sector. We have both private buses as well as public buses. This is what we have selected. And after economy planning, we have decided this mixed economy can exist in India. After this, we have done a thing called as planning commission. We have done a planning commission. So during before independence in 1928 to 30 there is an economic crisis. So before independence period there is an economic crisis in the whole world. During that economic crisis, a single country will escape, and that country is Russia. Russia is the only country that escaped during that economic crisis, and because of this, many will be attracted towards socialism. The reason why it escaped is it had a very great plan, and that is called a 6-year plan. Russia had a 6-year plan in which for 6 years they will set an objective, they will set a target, and they will try to achieve it. So we are inspired by the 6-year plan, and we adopted a thing called as 5-year plan. So after seeing this Russia, we adopted a plan called as 5-year plan, and we have made a 5-year plan. For 5 years we will set an objective, we will also set a target, and we will try to achieve the target and objective. So for this 5-year plan, we have set a body called as planning commission. Planning commission is the one which will take care of all these things. So planning commission. So planning commission is set up in 1950. It is set up in 1950. It is a non-statutory body as well as non-constitutional body. It is an executive body. It is an executive body. Planning commission is the one which fixes plan for the 5 years. It set a plan for the 5 years, and the chairman will be Prime Minister. So in Planning Commission, the chairman is Prime Minister. Prime Minister is the chairman of the Planning Commission. Then we have a deputy chairman. Most of the power will lie with this deputy chairman only. He is responsible for this resource allocation. So for resource allocation, he is responsible. So deputy chairman is responsible for resource allocation. He is the most active person. And other thing is, here this deputy chairman is equal to the cabinet minister. This deputy chairman is equal to the cabinet minister. Apart from this planning commission, we have another one thing called as National Developmental Council. This National Development Council or NDC. National Development Council NDC, which was established in 1952. In this National Development Council, we have PM, all state CM as well as Planning Commission members. This is the one which gives final approval for the 5-year plan. So 5-year plan will be set up by the Planning Commission, and this NDC will give the final approval for the 5-year plan. And in this National Development Council, we have PM, all state CM plus we have the Planning Commission members. So based on this, Planning Commission will fix the plan and National Development Council will say okay for this plan. So based on this, we started to plan our economy, and we had our first 5-year plan in 1951. 1951 is when the 5-year plan started. So 1951 to 56 we had the first 5-year plan, and it is also called as Harald-Domer model. It is also called as Harald-Domer model because he is the one who gave the idea for this first 5-year plan, and the main objective during the first 5-year plan is agriculture. So agriculture is the main objective of the first 5-year plan. So because we have chosen agriculture as the main objective, right? So during this period from 1951 to 56, many dams are constructed, many ponds are constructed during this period, and we also done many irrigation works. The irrigation works also improved during this period. So because of this only, we can increase the productivity of the food. Why? Because this during independence, during the point of independence, what we lacked is we lacked food. We didn't have enough food, we didn't have enough technology, as well as we didn't have enough capital. The first and foremost importance is food only. So because of that, we had agriculture as the main objective of the first 5-year plan. And the important thing which happened during this first 5-year plan is 5 IITs are developed during this first 5-year plan. So IITs or colleges, right? So 5 IITs are opened during this first 5-year plan only. 5 IITs are set up during this period, and the target for the first 5-year plan is 2.1%. 2.1% is the target of the first 5-year plan, but we have achieved 3.6%. So target is 2.1% of GDP growth, but we have achieved 3.6% of the GDP growth. So we have achieved the first 5-year plan. Then the second 5-year plan is 1956 to 61. So second 5-year plan is also called as Mahalanobis model. It is also called as Mahalanobis model because he is the one who gave the idea. So this 5-year plan main objective is industrial development. We need to improve our industry. So industrial development is the main objective of the second 5-year plan. And during this period also we have opened many industries. Major iron core industries opened during this period. So one is Rourkela, Odisha, Bhilai, Chhattisgarh, Gorakhpur, West Bengal, and Avadi, Chennai are some of the industries which opened during this period. So during this period we focused on industrial development. And in 1956, industrial policy. We had an industrial policy on 1956. 1956 industrial policy is also during this period only. And the target for this 1956 to 61 second 5-year plan is 4.5%. 4.5% is set as the target, but we have achieved only 4.3%, which means that we have not achieved it, but it is close. So 4.5% target, but we have achieved only 4.3%. And the third 5-year plan is from 1961 to 66. So 1961 to 66 is the third 5-year plan, and it is also called as Sugome Chakravarti model. So it is also called as Sugome Chakravarti. So it is also called as Sugome Chakravarti model. So it is also called as Sugome Chakravarti model. Objective is the self-reliant economy. Self-reliant economy is the objective of the 1 minute. Okay. So, self-reliant economy is the objective of the third 5-year plan, and it is the take-off stage. We are in a take-off stage during this period, but in third 5-year plan, we had many problems. We faced many problems during this third 5-year plan, and those problems are, first one is Nehru died during this period only. The death of Nehru is during this period only. Nehru died. Death of Nehru is 1964. Before that itself, this is second. First, we had Indo-China War. India-China War is during 1962, right? So, India-China War 1962. So, third 5-year plan period is from 1961 to 66. So, during this period only we had India-China War. Nehru also died during this period. And then in 1965, we have India-Pakistan War. So, many problems, we faced many problems during this third 5-year plan. And the fourth one is Lal Bahadur Shastri's death. 1966, Lal Bahadur Shastri also will die. So, because of all these problems, we can't achieve this third 5-year plan. So, third 5-year plan was a complete fail. And third 5-year plan, we had an idea of achieving the self-reliant economy, but we failed. The target was not achieved during this third 5-year plan. The target is 5.6%, but we achieved only 2.8%, which means that third 5-year plan had an utter flop. So, it is also called as Subhamesh Chakravarti model, but we failed in it because of these, we had many issues, right? Because of that, we didn't achieve the third 5-year plan. After that, we had a plan holiday. We didn't have plans for certain years. So, from 1966 to 69, it is a plan holiday. We didn't have any plans. The plan is halted. So, 1966 to 69, we didn't have any plans. But during this period itself, we took two major decisions. Two major decisions are taken during this plan holiday itself, and one is Green Revolution. The Green Revolution is adopted during this period only. It was adopted from 1966 to 67. Green Revolution is adopted. Green Revolution is the one which is done to increase the productivity. So, to increase productivity, we have adopted Green Revolution during this period. And second one is banking nationalization. So, what is this banking nationalization? So, if the banks are in private hands, they will change it into public hands. The changing the banks from the private to the public is called as banking nationalization. So, some banks are nationalized during this period, and those are, there are around 14 banks which are nationalized during this period. So, during this plan holiday from 1966 to 69, we have took two major decisions. One is Green Revolution to increase the food production, and another one is banking nationalization, by which we have nationalized 14 banks. We have changed it to public hands. So, that is those are the two decisions which I have taken during the plan holiday. Then we have a fourth 5-year plan. So, fourth 5-year plan is from 1969 to 74. This plan is also called as Ashok Rudra model. It is also called as Ashok Rudra model, and the major objective of this fourth 5-year plan is grow with stability as well as self-reliant. So, grow with stability as well as self-reliant is the objective of fourth 5-year plan, and the target is 3.8%. The 3.8% is the target, but we achieved only 3.4%. So, it doesn't mean, so still we didn't achieve 3.8% target, we achieved only 3.4%. Then comes fifth 5-year plan. Fifth 5-year plan period is from 1974 to 1979. So, this the objective of the fifth 5-year plan is poverty removal. Poverty removal is the objective of this fifth 5-year plan. So, still we have poverty, around 20% of the people are in poverty, right, in India. But in 1974 to 79 itself, it said the objective as poverty removal. And during this period only, Indira Gandhi said, Haribi Hatao. So, Haribi Hatao means remove poverty. So, during this period, we set target as 4.4%, but we achieved 4.8%, which means that we have achieved fifth 5-year plan. We have already achieved first 5-year plan, we also achieved fifth 5-year plan. So, these are the things which are related to fifth 5-year plan. After this also, again we are having a plan holiday. Plan holiday or due to some issues in the government. So, due to some issues in the government, we will have plan holiday. From 1978 to 79, there is a plan holiday. And from 1979 to 80 also, there is a plan holiday. So, during this period also, we adopted one major thing called as rolling plan. Rolling plan is adopted during this period. It is introduced around 1978. 1978 rolling plan will be introduced, and it will be stopped in 1980. It is not successful here. It is introduced in 1978 and it is stopped in 1980. Actually, this rolling plan is famous in Japan. So why we introduced it, but we didn't continue that. And then during 1980, during this planned holiday 1980 itself, 6 banks are again nationalized. So already we have nationalized 14 banks during this planned holiday, and during this planned holiday again we had a planned holiday during this period. In 1980 we again nationalized 6 banks. So these are the things which are done in this planned holiday. Then sixth 5-year plan period is from 1980 to 85. So 1980 to 85 they had multiple objectives. There is not a single objective. We had multiple objectives during this period, and those are, first we had poverty removal as an objective. We said poverty removal as an objective during the 5th 5-year plan itself. We said the same during the 6th 5-year plan, and also to create employment. Employment should be created, which is also set as an objective, and to increase the national income. The national income also should be increased. These three are the multiple objectives which are set during this 6th 5-year plan. One is poverty removal, other is to increase employment, and another one is to increase the income of the country. So these are the things which are set as the multiple objectives during the 6th 5-year plan, and its period is from 1980 to 85. And during this period also we adopted many measures. We adopted many measures to bring employment. We adopted many measures to reduce the poverty, and we also adopted family planning. So family planning, concept called as family planning, is introduced during this 6th 5-year plan only. And the target for the 6th 5-year plan is 5.2%, and we have achieved 5.5%, which means that we have achieved this 6th 5-year plan also. Then comes this 7th 5-year plan. The 7th 5-year plan period is from 1985 to 90, and during this the objective is food production, to increase the food production, which means that extending the green revolution to new areas. So extending the green revolution to new area is an objective of 7th 5-year plan, which means to increase food production, employment generation. We have already said employment generation as an objective during the 6th 5-year plan itself, but we have continued it in the 7th 5-year plan also, extending the employment. So increasing the employment and increasing the productivity is also an objective of the 7th 5-year plan. So the target set for the 7th 5-year plan is 5.0, and we have achieved 6.0, which means that we have achieved the 7th 5-year plan also. Then again there is an issue during this period, and that issue is called as Forex crisis. So what is this Forex crisis? So what is this Forex first? So first we should know what is Forex, right? So Forex is nothing but foreign exchange. So foreign exchange resource. Forex. So what is this Forex? Forex is the foreign exchange. So to trade with other countries, to trade with the foreigners, we need something, and that is called as Forex. So things that come under Forex is dollar. The amount of dollar that we have in hand come under Forex, and also the gold. Gold also come under Forex, and some other country money. So these are the things which come under Forex. In 1990, we didn't have any Forex in our hand. We didn't have Forex. We need to buy certain things from other countries like petroleum. We don't have enough petroleum. So we need to buy crude oil from other countries. So for that we need Forex, but we are in shortage of Forex during this 1990. So because of this, we need money. So we need to borrow. So if India, the whole India is not having money, so from whom we can borrow? So we approach international organization. We need to approach international organization because India itself is lagging money. So because of that, we approached IMF. IMF is the one we approached during that period. Why we approached IMF? There is a organization called World Bank, right? Yeah, we are having World Bank. The difference between World Bank and IMF is World Bank will also give money, but the reason for World Bank giving money is the World Bank will give money for the development project. So if there is a development project, if you are developing your country in some aspect, if you are having a development project, then World Bank will give money. But if you are in a crisis, if you are in a shortage of money, if you want loan during a financial crisis, then IMF is the one which will give money. IMF is International Monetary Fund. So during crisis, you should approach IMF. If you want to do any developmental project, you should approach World Bank. So yes, in 1990 we didn't have money. Those were the financial crisis. So because of this, we approached IMF and we came there to ask for money. We go there to ask for money, and they will give some conditions for us, and those conditions are IMF will be run by big corporates. So because of that, they will be favor of capitalism. So they are favor of capitalism. Like during before 1990, we had a closed economy. So we had a very closed economy. And when we approached this IMF said to relax our economy. So it said to relax our economy and open it to foreign. So to open it to foreign countries also, said to globalize. The condition which is imposed by IMF is LPG. LPG is nothing but liberalization, privatization and globalization. So privatization you all know. So there is public sector. So introducing private sector also. Allowing the private to open their companies is called privatization, whereas globalization is nothing but the foreign countries can come into India and they can start their companies in India. So they said to liberalize, privatize and globalize. This is the condition which is given by this IMF. So in 1990 we are in shortage of money, we are in need of money. So during that period we can't tell anything to them, right? So because of that we accepted this and we started to privatize and globalize our economy. So we opened our economy. This is a major decision which is taken during 1990 and which changed India. So the economy of India is vastly changed during this period only. So this is 1990. So during this period also there is a small holiday from 1990 to 91. There is a small holiday during this period, and the money which IMF give is SDR. SDR is the money which IMF give. SDR is paper gold. So SDR is a special drawing right. It is the money. It is like a dollar which IMF give. You can change the SDR into dollar or any money you want. So then we have 1990 to 1997. We have 8th 5-year plan. 8th 5-year plan is also called as W. Miller model. 8th 5-year plan is also called as W. Miller model, in which the objective is implementation of LPG. LPG is the one which is set by the IMF condition. So we have selected that as the objective during the 8th 5-year plan. Implementation of LPG is the objective of 8th 5-year plan, and the target is 5.6%, but we have achieved 6.8%, which means we have achieved the 8th 5-year plan also. Then we have 9th 5-year plan. The period is from 1997 to 2002. So during this period, the objective is development with social justice and equity. So what is this equity? Equity and equality is different. So if you are having 10 rupees and if you are distributing it between two people, if you are giving 5 and 5, then it is means you are treating equally. So equally. Then what is equality? Equity is different from equal. So what is that? Means you are having 10 rupees and one person is not having any money. Then you are giving 7 rupees to him and he is having 3 rupees. Then you are giving, he is having 4 rupees. Then you are giving 3 rupees to him. So that means equity. So reservation for SC and ST is a thing which we can say as an example for equity. So development with social justice and equity is the objective of 9th 5-year plan, and the target is 6.5% and we have achieved 5.4%, which means we failed. The reason for this is Asian financial crisis. There is a Asian financial crisis during this period. Because of this, we failed in 9th 5-year plan. Then we had 10th 5-year plan. Period is from 2002 to 7. Here also we had multiple objectives. We had to increase the per capita income. We should double the per capita income within 10 years. We have already discussed what is per capita income. It is the income, national income divided by the population gives per capita income. So increasing the per capita income, doubling the per capita income within 10 years is the objective of the 10th 5-year plan. We had multiple objectives. Apart from that, we had reducing the gender gap. What is this gender gap? If there is 1000 male, if there is 1000 female for 1000 male, then there is no gender gap. If there is a difference, if there are 1000 males and if there are only 900 females for 1000 males, then it means there is a gender gap. So reducing the gender gap is also an objective for 10th 5-year plan. And another one is infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate is nothing but it is how many child die out of 1000 births. So how many die out of 1000 births? It is infant mortality rate, how many babies die. And then we have another term called as MMR. MMR is the maternity mortality rate, which means that how many women die out of this pregnancy related thing, how many women die in 1 lakh. So in 1 lakh, how many women die is maternity mortality rate. Out of 1000, how many child die is infant mortality rate. Reducing this MMR, IMR, reducing the gender gap are all the objectives of 10th 5-year plan. And then we have 11th 5-year plan. 11th 5-year plan is from 2007 to 2012. It is also called as Rangarajan model. 11th 5-year plan is also called as Rangarajan model. So 11th 5-year plan is also called as Rangarajan model, and in 11th 5-year plan the objective is inclusive growth. Inclusive growth means growing with all the departments. So increasing, growth with all. Growth with all are growing the all departments is called as inclusive growth. This is the objective of the 11th 5-year plan, and the target is 8 to 10%, and we have achieved 8%, which means we have achieved, the target is 8 to 10%, right? So we have achieved 8%. And during this period also, we had an idea of reducing the total fertility rate. So we had many other things also. Inclusive growth means growing with all the departments, mainly primary. So primary sector should be increased, secondary sector should be increased, tertiary sector should be increased. That is the target of the 11th 5-year plan. And then 12th 5-year plan. 12th 5-year plan period is from 2012 to 2017, and the main objective during this period is faster, sustainable, more inclusive growth. Here it is inclusive growth, here it is more inclusive growth with faster, sustainable. So what is this sustainability? Sustainability is leaving for future generation. You are using the resources as well as you are leaving that resource for your future generation, means then it is called as then it is called as sustainability. So during 12th 5-year plan, we have the objective faster, sustainable, and more inclusive growth. So during this also we had many targets: 9% GDP, 4% agri development, 50 million jobs to be created, and reduce the IMR, MMR, child sex ratio. We had many objectives during this 12th 5-year plan also. But we didn't complete this 12th 5-year plan. This 12th 5-year plan is not completed because in 2014 we will have a change of government. Because of this change in government, this 12th 5-year plan will be stopped. It is not completed. The 12th 5-year plan will be stopped, and because of this change in government, they will abolish this planning commission. The planning commission, which is established in 1950, will be abolished by this new government. And also we have a new body. They will abolish this planning commission and they will start a new body, and that new body is called as Niti Aayog. You will see Niti Aayog in news, right? So after abolishing this planning commission only, this Niti Aayog is created. About it we will discuss in our next video. So subscribe to My Min IAS Academy and watch our videos. Thank you.